Kamusta mga ka-SoJTV? You are watching SoJannelle. I'm your host, Janelle So, coming to you today from Las Vegas, Nevada para po ihatid sa inyo ang istorya ni Easy Mill. Congratulations, Easy. Your music is being heard right now all over the world. Filipinos are celebrating you because of your collaboration, and now you've been signed by the music labels of Eminem and Dr. Dre, the first Filipino artist ever. You're even singing with Eminem. Tell us what is that like? Kamusta yung pakiramdam?
To be honest po, parang it's still just a blessing. Kasi syempre talagang dati lang iniidola lang na pinapanood lang sa cellphone, sa computer. Kaya, just a steady stride to try to keep things normal. To be honest, yeah. Try to keep things normal and just go about it like, because meeting him, it's weird. When you meet him, it's like it was an out-of-body experience,
Yeah.
And then trying to just be there in the moment too. But it's also at the same time, it's like I met parang OG na kuya lang sa kanto. Parang, ewan ko, parang...
Right,
yeah.
right, oo. But I saw your interview na parang you said na you almost, parang kang muntik ka nang himatayin.
Yeah, that's true.
Right,
That's true.
right. What were they like the first time you met them?
Man, I would say, except for me, fanboying, at the moment, they were very hospitable. Yeah, their hospitality was on point, and Dre just stood up and hey, superstar.
Yes,
Now, yeah,
I saw that.
There's so much of it that's just yo, this is so wild. They're just so cool.
Right.
They're just so cool.
Right. But you impressed them as well with your music. I read an interview where Dr. Dre said he's never heard anything like the music that he's heard from you.
Nevertheless, I'ma get it in a way that you can never better. Instead of setting a bed up, I let up with the beretta, make it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. It's
Nakakakilig, di ba?
Yeah. Kasi syempre parang yung sound nila yung ginagaya.
Right.
All this time, not just me, even other people who I've idolized, try to copy them, and so it's just crazy how the world works,
Right. And now it's been a few months since linking up with them as well. How has that relationship changed your life, changed yourself as a person, and changed your music?
Man, I would say it was much needed blessing. Much needed blessing. Not going to go into detail as to why, but just for us, our representation, us making our steps forward, and it just was wow, we did not expect this. Life just has to life, and go about its ways, and whatever comes, in front of the table, you just pick it up and go along with it.
Right. What about the relationship changing you as a person?
Wow, as a person, it made me be more on point when it comes to the responsibility that that you bear. Because people are saying the fact that it is Eminem, but even before that, mga sinasabi ng tao, syempre, Eminem ng Pilipinas. Oh my gosh, kasama niya na.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. And what about music? How has this relationship added to your music?
Oh, that's a whole different bag of inspiration right there.
Right.
Yeah, it's added fuel to the fire in ways that I was yeah. It's crazy.
But even before this relationship, Easy, and that's why they found you, because you're so talented. It's undeniable. You're
you po.
producer, singer, songwriter. You can sing almost different kinds of genre. You also have ballads. You also have rap music. Just an all-around artist, and you're so young. That the world is your oyster, really. There's so much more that you can explore, right? We're going to be talking a little bit more about that, Easy and his music when we return on the show. Don't go away. Get your fill of the best breakfast around with 2 sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for just $5.50 at McDonald's. That sizzling, melty, freshly cracked favorite is ready when you are. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Singing and like that was definitely more prevalent, I would say, in my childhood because of my parents and like just the family business, you know, because that was their, you know, ticket out of poverty, you know, for us. And so me just going off of that and being inspired by what I was surrounded by. And so some rock and roll, definitely. And then when I kind of just started going, I don't know, when I started formulating my own, like, you know, thoughts and minds, just, you know, going about it. So I ventured out to R&B and hip hop.
Yes.
That's why, like, at the time, I, like, you know, had a huge liking to Chris Brown, still to this day, and, like, found out about some Tupac. And then kind of just that at the same time. Yeah, just kind of venturing out. Then after the hip hop, R&B, high school, like, I got into death metal. And yeah, that kind of became my whole world. And then just, you know, just kind of cycling through life and whatever inspired me. And like at the time, it would have to scare me first, I would say.
Thank you for sharing your time with us here on SoJannelle. Happy Sunday if you're watching on TFC. Happy Saturday if you're watching on ANC. And happy Monday if you're watching on KNET 25.1 in Southern California. SoJannelle is your show and your weekly dose of Filipino stories of immigration and representation. The only Filipino show that airs 5 times a week across 3 channels with social media amplification. We are also available on demand on iWantTFC, and we are always on our social media platforms at SoJannelleTV. Joining us today here in Las Vegas, Nevada, talaga pong pinuntahan pa namin siya dito, si Easy Mill, na siyang nagtatayo ng bandila ng Pilipinas in the music scene, particularly the genre of hip-hop and rapping here in America and also globally. Easy, earlier you traced your story with us, but also we want to know, because you wear so many hats as a producer, singer, songwriter, rapper, is there one thing that you like doing the best?
It's SSRP. I would have to say SP, songwriter and producer. And that was the hats that I like to wear the most.
Kasi that's where the magic starts, di ba? Yung writing and then producing. How long does it take you to write and produce?
To be honest with you, like I take my time with it because you can't force something. You know, sometimes like a song just comes to you, and then it just happens like that. But then sometimes you have an idea, and you want to pine on that idea, and you know you have to marinate that chicken. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
What I like about you, so I've listened to your songs, and what I like is that you can switch from your songs touch on, you know, some singers, they touch on one emotion, and it's just an iteration of that kind of emotion.
Yeah.
With you, your rapping is full of angst. Your ballad, you can feel na medyo romantiko ng konti. Saan ka humuhugot ng emotions? Like anger. Where do you get that angst from?
Because having lived through it, you know, just the fact that like there's only so much you could do with like anger, and you either gotta let it out or you suppress it. Sometimes that suppressing, like it leads to later down the line, like what nowadays people call depression. That comes with like, I feel like with the songs and having dealt with the suppression, like, you know, you suppress that anger. You feel like you might have suppressed it, or you know, at the time in the past, you let it out like that. It can come to haunt you, like, you know, what you did to, you know, release that anger and angst. And like through the depression, like, you know, you write it down to get through it.
What makes you angry?
At that point in time, it was just life in general. Like, you know, some familial problems that, like, you know, all of us have to go through. That's why I make music. It's how I cope.
Yeah, it's your expression, right? What about your ballads? Where do you sing? It's inspiring. It's inspired. You listen to your music. It's, you know, that one, those songs my kids can listen to.
Yes,
Right?
I'm glad about that.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
So that as well, like, you know, you let out that anger, you tend to go different paths of life, like just walking. So you tend to love things and love people and, like, you know, draw from that reality, you know. If you love someone, you put it down in the best way you can. I feel like for me it's a song.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you in love right now?
Hell yeah.
What makes you fall in love?
What makes me fall in love? Genuinity and like hard work.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
At this point in your career, when you look back, is there anything you would change leading up to this day?
I wouldn't say so. No regrets. No regrets with the military.
We'll be
Yeah.
back with more. Don't go away.